story to tell you. This story may scare you, my child, but do not worry, for I know how. Now, I have a scary story. 100% true, 100% real. Not to me, but someone. It came from a guy that I know, a guy in an internet post. I'll tell you what it was. I was in Montauk with my old band. Our tour van blew a head gasket and we were stuck there for a few days. Everyone was tired on day 2, but I was wide awake. I walked for a bit and make it to some scummy bar. I'm obviously not from around there and nobody is saying a word to me. After 2 beers, I started to get a tad nauseous and dizzy. I put my head in my hand and try to let it pass, but it keeps getting worse. Suddenly, a voice says, "You'll feel pain tonight." I jump up, and a tall, roughly 40-year-old man is walking to the bathroom, turns back, and glances at me. I called my friends and got the fuck out of there. I slept for 12 to 13 hours and fell off on loopy the next day. I was roofied. What do you think about that one?
Stupid.
You think that's stupid? I don't know why you think.
Just kidding, it's kinda cool.
Alright. Another one. In a cold winter night in a remote village from Quebec, Canada, in 1990, me and my 2 brothers were asleep. We were 1, 3, and 6 years old. In the middle of the night, someone entered our house without knocking, walked around and was talking to himself. Our house and 2 miles from the village, in a rural area. My father woke up, went to the living room where the guy was. He had a car accident 1 mile from our house with his buddy who died instantly. His scalp fell in front of his face, so the time my father saw him, he saw a man with no face. He was drunk and his body was frozen. He was speaking to himself, "Ja vas manjor, ja vas manjor," which means, "I'm gonna die." My father took him to the hospital at 25 kilometers from our house by car. He did survive. To this day, my father is still blessing the fact that we never woke up during the night with all that noise. What about that one? Well, then I can still tell all the rest of you the story, since Optimus doesn't care for the stories. Alright. Went camping with some friends on a hill a few kilometers out in the woods from one of the guy's houses. There's a few hiking four-wheeling trails in the area that led up to the hill, so it's by the Wolkos. It was about midnight. We had a fire going and we're just sitting around having a good time. Then the guy, there was 4 of us, sitting opposite of me, yells, "Who are you?" I turn around and there's this man about 6 feet tall, staring at us at the edge of the woods with a big rock in his hand. One guy knocked an arrow with a compound bow we had. The guy across from me grabbed the hatchet and I pulled a knife off my belt. We had no clue what we were doing, but the guy wouldn't say anything to us. He eventually just backed into the woods. No sleep was had that night, and we kept a very large fire going.
Good.
Okay, hold on.
Did I go do a mission already?
Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Last year, a guy came to my house door around 9 o'clock at night. He knocked, and I got my mom, and she went out to see what's up. This is not my true story, by the way. By the way, we live in a very rural area, so visits that way are extremely uncommon and strange. The guy talked to my mom about how he was opening a business. Asked whether she would like American-made products, then handed her a Clarkson container as a sample. He went back to his main fan and opened it to get the vacuum cleaner. When my mom saw 5 other guys sitting in the back, she told me to run and get the phone. Since we don't have a landline, I couldn't find it, so I got my knife and stood around the corner. She threw the container outside and told him to get the hell off her property. As well as she was calling the cops, they peeled out of the driveway and we never saw the car again. 2 months later, my mom found a single bearded guy putting filled garbage bags by the back door. She asked him what the hell he was doing. He responded by saying, "This is for your little girl." Again, she told him to get the hell out. Then went through the bags. They were filled with dirty clothes and empty tampon containers.
Okay, go to, no, don't, he's my friend. Yes, we will.
Holy crap, this one's huge.
So, kick out Jacob.
Okay, I can do this one. I can do this.
So?
Here we go. Just don't worry about it.
We can do it by ourselves.
Let's not worry about it. I was born and raised in North Dakota. Back when I was in HS, a group of us would research murders that occurred out in the country. We would then go find out the reasons and film the exploration at night. This was about 2 years ago before Blair Witch. It was something to do while we got wasted on shitty beer and teenage bullshit. Eventually we ran out of places to go and got really good at finding abandoned rural farmsteads by driving dirt roads and looking for the signs. Rut roads, I don't know what that word is, and old mailbox posts were common markers. We were out looking when we spotted a tree grove that was out of place. Sure sign and drove through "Shut up!" the field and discovered an old house. It had padlocks on the outside doors. They were knocked off pretty easily. We dispatched of them and entered the kitchen. There were 6 of us, all with flashlights, and lit up the kitchen. Hold up. Everyone's moving in my spots. Screwing up all my crap. Jacob, if you keep screwing around, I swear to God, you're messing up my fame and fortune. Okay, you know what? You need to go away.
He's on the road.
I'm on the road. Now go. And stop it.
He's on the road to being famous.
Alright, the table was in thing you noticed, and it was strange because of how normal it looked.
Carry-out mission.
It was... Okay, you wanted to skip to the good part? Well, there was this guy named Jacob and he died. The end. And there was also this guy named Optimus. He sucked. Good. Story over.
I'm better than you.
No more story. No more story. By the way, Taken King
Can we do
tomorrow.
Crucible?
No, take this cake.